And it's a welcome back to Moama, which is still catching our breath, really, aren't we?
We are.
Maddie?
Jeez, it was a great end to all the sectional play.
It was like 40 minutes of head-spinning discussion with people, and people still couldn't believe them. There's a lot of disappointed people around because people missed out by...
Yep.
We'll discuss some of that as we go through the game, but I mean... The 4 teams have made it through. There's 2 ladies teams, obviously, and 2 men. The Northern Gateway are playing Yarra. We're streaming one of the rinks there on the men on ring 7.
Yeah, we'll talk about that rink shortly.
And the girls.
Yeah, we've got the ladies on the next 3 rinks. Bendigo, Capaspy, Goldfields, and Northern Gateway.
So
well
Northern Gateway both in. That's
Yep.
a strong region, isn't it?
That's a great effort by that region.
You know, that's very, very, very strong to get both them through. I just saw JR before Ewing in the men's room, and I said, "Have you won it before?" He said, "A couple." So, you know, it's a great honour to get through to this at this stage of the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. It's every region's goal, and so congratulations to our finalists.
Absolutely. The good thing is that the Northern Gateway guys have red, pink stickers on their
so
boss.
that's going to be a little bit of a clash there with the leads.
Yep.
So we're going to have to be on top of that.
So we can see the pink stickers that Northern Gateway is holding here. I'll run through the Northern Gateway team. We've got Lucas Eddington playing at lead. He comes from Whittlesea.
Right.
Sam Rogers comes from Glenroy. Johnny McCarron playing 3 from Glenroy. And Nathan Lynch from Moonee Valley.
Right.
And our Yarra team, mate?
Yeah, Yarra team. Been the same rink all competition. We've got Simon Norton. They call him Splash. Specialist lead.
He is.
He calls himself. And he's had a great tournament. Scott Magine, or Scruff, is just bowling now. And both of those, the front end are from MCC. The back end, we've got Brad Marin. And we've got...
Scruffy played a good bowl there.
Yeah. Brendan Gallagher. All from MCC, so it's a MCC rink, Gus.
Makes a lot of sense. Other than Brad Marin, that rink is nearly the pennant rink. Brendan Gallagher, Scotty Majon plays 3 for him in pennant, and Simon leads. They were just missing 1 player, but Brad slipped in playing 3.
Yeah, Russell Green Jr. normally plays in that rink. Unavailable for region sides.
Actually, it's Mike Haig.
Oh, it is too.
Yep.
Sorry.
Mikey Haig.
Yep. Magic.
Yeah, Magic. And I was told that with the Northern Gateway team, the Whittlesea, Glenroy and Moonee Valley, or the Glenroy and Moonee Valley guys were all in the same section. They all played each other, so they all know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
So we're off to a start.
We are. They've had their roll-up. Brody Harker looks like he's got a front toucher. Brad Marin up and about. We're in for a cracker, Gus.
It's the creme de la creme.
Well, they've played all their sectional games and now they're ready for the final.
A few nerves of people standing around waiting for the game to start.
Yep.
John McCarron can play both hands.
Really?
Yep, left and right-handed.
Right.
He played in the Vic Open, the winning triples, Victorian triples, as a well, he just bowled.
Oh, he's played a great bowl there.
I've seen people draw with one hand and can drive with another, but not to actually play a whole game.
Yep.
Is do you think that last bowler Johns' is shot?
Not sure.
Just
it's going to be close.
Just got inside the Scotty Majon bowl.
Yeah, I'd probably favour Scruff.
Brady's just trying to get that bowl to hold. He just didn't have the weight, did he?
No.
Got to remember, these guys from Yarra have just come off grass greens over to Chuka. They've had 2 ends to acclimatise. The Northern Gateway people have been here today, so...
Yeah, they're not playing on the same rinks, though.
No, they're not.
That they last played on.
But this is the nature of the beast when you're playing this style, tournament-style sides championship. You're going to have to change rinks, change greens, and you've got to adjust quickly.
Yep.
Is he going to hold?
No.
Okay. Remember, it's a 15-end game this time, not 12.
Yeah, it's not timed either.
And it's not timed. So we're going to see a full-on pen-style contest here.
We're going to rotate our commentators as well, Gus.
Yeah, we've got a few
just to
little
keep
guests.
it fresh.
Yep. A few little guests coming in, a few surprises, a few knowledgeable people to join us. Who we got?
Well, we've got JT.
Jothy Thornton.
Josh Thornton, yep, after he's just finished his game.
Now, when Josh comes in,
Brendo.
The Sandbelt guys want to give us a shout out.
Do they?
Yeah. Specifically.
We've got Mojo next to us. There you go, Mojo.
We've got a lot of people here. There's people all around the green. It's a great vibe. The sun's out, and we've got some great bowls to watch. And while we turned our back, Brendan drew the shot.
He did.
He is in the pathway squad.
He is. So he's trying to become an emerging jackaroo.
Working hard at it too, I see.
Yes, he is. He's one of the great draw bowlers. Can play weight when he needs to, but his strength is drawing.
So the battle between him and Nathan Lynch should be a cracker.
Yep.
Nathan Lynch, as I said, was at
Moonee
Moonee Valley, and they're a very, very strong club. They didn't quite get through to Premier this year, but they gave it a pretty good shake. I believe they only lost 1 game for the year.
Right.
Fell at the finals. So they'll be looking to strengthen that up and change a few things up and get up to the big dance. They're studying this head. There's 2 bowls to come. Brendo's thinking, what's at the back? They don't own the very back. They own the middle back. He's thinking of trying to beat him in there. Maybe a little trail.
I don't think
He's
he's
not
got
there.
the weight on it.
I don't think his heart was in the shot. We see something special in this first end, maybe. What's Nathan going to do? He's going to play the forehand. Is he going to play weight? Yep. He is. It's going to give us a highlight. Got it. So great. That's he's probably looking for the kitty, really.
Yeah. 1 to Yarra.
He was in the area, though. Yarra gets on the board. It's a shame we can't show you all the rinks. There's 3 rinks here, of course. We just watched the Ben Winther ring on our last live stream, so you've got to look at that.
Yeah, it was a great game.
The other one's skipped by Dean O'Neill, another great bowler and on the pathway squad. So, you know, there's some fantastic Victorian talent being showcased here over the last 3 days. You've probably seen some of these guys on our live streams for Premier. You would have seen Simon was leading there. He wouldn't be happy with that.
No. He's big on and beyond.
Yeah. Lucas Eddington sending this bowl down. So both the leads
He'll
have
be
got
happy with that.
blue bowls. That's a cracking start. Front toucher, thanks very much. I don't know, will Simon slip across? He thinks he's asking Scruff, should I slip across? He is. That's the talent. These guys are leading, but they can change hands.
This is the weight he needed with
It's pretty
his
close.
first.
It's pretty damn close. Look,
great reply.
That's a great bowl. He just slipped across there. He did ask his third. He did say, Scruff, what do you reckon? And Scruff said, go for it, mate. I know you.
Oh, Scruff and...
He's 2, sorry.
I'm just going to let the viewers know that I am wearing a Yarra top, and I'm a part of the Yarra region, so I'll be try and be as unbiased as I
Declare
can.
your interest.
I'll try and give you some information into the Yarra team. But Gus, what I know about Simon and Scruff is they work together as a front end.
Absolutely.
And they keep scores as a front end.
Right. Like a separate
So
unit.
you'll see Simon pull out a scorecard.
Mm-hmm.
And Scruff and Simon will talk about that throughout the game.
So Scruff trying to beat Simon's bowls?
Don't know.
Is that what it's about?
No, it's about them working together.
Yeah.
Like all good front ends do.
Simon's on, Scruff's behind.
Yep.
Simon's behind, Scruff's on. Yep. Good looking bowl here. He just got to get down to this. Yeah, fine bowl.
Haven't seen Sam bowl before.
Good bowl.
Got a feeling we're going to get some heads like this.
Yeah. This is a good
lot.
bowler, Scruff. He's just got to get up there. Yeah, great weight. Just sorting out some technical issues here. Mics were on.
Great bowl by Sam. Yeah, good result there. Northern Gateway holding one.
It's a nice little head, isn't it? Jam-packed.
Brad's in the
Close.
area.
Very close. He's got this.
Oh, great bowl. That's now sitting behind Simon's
Simon's bowl.
second bowl.
Yep. Of course, Brad Marin won the straight pairs with Lee Schrader,
Yes, he did.
leading for lead. Running through here. Very, very talented bowler from the Bendigo area.
Yeah, handy inclusion.
The Bendigo Campasky Goldfields area now. How's Johnny looking? He's got a nice...
I don't think he's got enough weight on it. Line was perfect.
Johnny McCarran started his bowls at Kew Heights.
Really? With you?
Well, he played with us in our Premier League side about 20 odd years ago with his dad,
Right.
John McCarran, and Johnny was a 13-year-old,
Okay.
and we made the semis Premier that
I tell you,
year.
there's a common theme going around with these teams about how early these bowlers have started. You get the stories from them, and it's, generally a family member's brought them into it, and they've started young.
Good looking bowl here.
It's a great one.
This is an awesome. Two lovely bowls by Brad, just showing his versatility, slipping around on the other side and drawing second shot, drawing the shot.
Yep.
Watch Johnny though rise to the occasion. This is going to be just a one-upmanship. Got good width. He just needs to keep running. That's close.
No, I think.
Brad's at the back.
Yeah, and it might even be Simon's bowl as well.
Right. Just needed another roll, didn't it?
Yeah.
Gators, is that
Northern Gateway? Yeah, I had to work that out before.
I kept looking for the Dragons on Bendigo Campaspe Goldfield shirts. And that's not a gator, that's a dragon.
Yeah. You're going to hear a lot of gators and a lot of Yarra.
Yeah.
We've had a question about whether the ladies have got a live stream match, and that's no. But we'll do our best to give you score updates.
Yes. Unfortunately, at this stage, we're still only got one unit.
Yep.
And it's just the way the draws came out. We could have done any one of these 6 rings. All exceptional.
Very similar to John's bowl.
Yeah.
Both of them look like they just didn't have that right amount of weight.
So we're going to see a lot more consideration of shot selections because it's not a time game.
Yep.
I
really like that decision of not being a time game and
I agree.
Extending the ends.
You want to see a well-considered, constructed game, and if it takes 2.5 hours or 3 hours, so be it.
Yep.
I'm sure our people at home won't mind. More bang for your buck. It's interesting that the jack's been moved, of course. We had it looks like they're all short, but they're not. That jack was moved, if you just tuned in.
Yeah, that was Brad Marin's work.
Ah. All right. Nathan Lynch sends his bowl. He certainly sent it. He's looking to plant. Oh.
Geez, it just kept running, didn't it?
It did.
Oh.
Had more on it than I thought. Rendo studying this bowl coming down. He's going to run into the pack, I think. So he's just trying to find his way. I'm not sure what... did we get any news on what Echuca was running? The grass, I'd say it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's been good all week.
Might have been.
Weekend.
It may have been a bit quicker than this. He's going to land the blue. And that's their bowl. That's a fine bowl. For one.
Yep, one. I'm enjoying not having to look right over there to find that third ring.
It's a bit funny having the 3 rings in front of us this time, which is good.
Yeah. And we've got a big overall scoreboard too. Electronic.
So Yarra's got off to a good little start.
Yeah, they won the first end on each rink. That's going to give them confidence.
If Simon's got anything to do with their constructing of their plan, that'd be the plan, you know. Win the first ends, get off to a good start. It's always nice to get off to a good start, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Settle, you know. He wants this to reach. He wants this to reach. Yeah. Scruff liked it. Got a nice high five. Luke's got to go with Simon today. He's got to just, you know, keep him honest.
And as I said, he's a specialist lead. He sort of sees his role and he's owning it.
Absolutely. He was skipping at the MCC 2 years ago.
Yep. We had that chat last night about, he knows how important lead is.
Got a good bolt here.
Yeah.
2 fine bowls.
Good to see a little bit of draw there on that side, Gus.
Yeah.
So we have moved over 1 rink.
It's not that the green's bad, it's just the use, we believe. And so we've moved it out into a more used area and to get a bit more consistency for the players. We want to give them the best chance. I'm just wondering what Scruff's got on his leg.
It's a compression
sock. He might have an issue that I'm not aware of.
Mm.
Yeah, a couple of feet on that. Sam Rogers. Sam looks pretty youthful, doesn't he?
Yep.
He's got a good angle. He's going to get down to Simon's blue. Great bowl,
great
Sam.
bowl.
They make it look so easy, don't they? What's Scruff done? He's added a little bit of weight.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, just tip that over. Oh, that's a good bowl.
Yep.
They land the blue now, the white goes, so... Is there a flag that goes with this? What's the...
No, there's not, but there is one of the biggest glass trophies I've ever seen.
Right.
I saw it last year for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks great.
And it sits where? Because most regions don't have an office.
No, that is the issue.
Sits at Bolsvik with their name on it, I guess. They can come and visit it.
Has its own wooden case. You'll see
I have
that
seen
later on.
Yeah, I have
seen
the photos of that. Yep. So Sam's holding on to the shot here.
Yep.
But any touch on the blue will send that ball out of the head. And
he got the touch?
Brad's after it.
Close.
Oh my goodness, that's probably not what he wanted. But you can see it now.
Yep.
There's a couple of shots he's allowed to be played now. So the skips are just looking to see, where the danger is, what could happen.
Yep.
That dictates to what they're playing. He's electing to play kind of their shot, and he's done that.
Yep.
So although they were holding, it was exposed.
Yeah, that's what. At this level, Gus, sometimes you don't want to be holding.
You may well elect to play a cover bowl out the back on the other hand.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're harder bowls to play than to actually play the shot. Certainly opened it up now. Brad is a big-time player. Is he wide enough? Not quite. Crept up.
Well, as I mentioned before, Brendo loves the draw.
Does. Very rarely see him play weight, you were saying. Was that yesterday?
Oh, you'll see him play weight for sure,
Yeah.
only if he has to.
In Pennant, when he's playing, he's got such a good front end and good players in front of him, he doesn't have to play it.
Yeah.
Simon and Scruff and Mikey are generally there. Close, just going to run a bit. Keep running. Great line. It's good enough. So Brendan will be walking back to the mat. He'll be thinking exactly the shot he's got to play. He'll know by the time he turns around what he's going to do and be very clear about it. He's electing to draw. He's just got to get beyond this bowl. He's close. Yeah, great line. So we've got all our scores up to date. It's saying 9-1 on the master board. So we can't see quite all the scoreboards.
No. But we've got side managers looking after that.
Yep. So definitely...
Great bowl here from Nathan. Well, Gus, you were talking about whether he plays weight. I think you're going to see this.
Okay. He's 2 down.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Hubbard's 5 love. Betty Hubbard's 5 love.
Is he?
Yep. That's where the difference is. So they've got off to a flyer. Playing conservative. He's got a little rub. No, it didn't change anything. He didn't play weight. I think that's 2.
2.
It gets Northern Gateway moving in the right direction.
And there was a dead end on Dean O'Neill's rink.
Right.
And what are they doing, Gus? They're playing the same way again.
They are. Yep. So they've gone back.
Talked about that the other day.
They did it. It was actually dead end when we were doing Dino's game, weren't we?
Yep.
So every skip does it differently. So Brad popped that kitty out there, and unfortunately it exposed it to the Northern Gateway guys, and they got on and picked up a 2. Doesn't always work the plan, does it?
No.
Yeah, he definitely won't like that.
No, but we know how he'll respond. Ben Hubbard's just got another 3, Gus.
Well, he's a man on a mission, it looks like. His boys.
Yep.
He's got Damon DeFloro with him, who's in hot form.
Yeah, and they've changed that position. Damon was playing 2, now he's playing 3.
Yeah, and he was playing 3 in Pennant in Premier.
Yep.
So they've Maxi Goldsmith.
And Ada, who I think is a specialist lead, has now gone to 2. And Maxi.
Yep. So they've just tweaked the side a little bit.
They have.
And it's working.
Yeah.
I know they've had a pretty good tournament. I think that ring had a bit of a hiccup in the middle day, and they may have made those changes then.
Yep. Brody Huck has shifted to Dino's rink as 2.
Mm-hmm. So as in any Pennant sort of format, you know, you're just tweaking things and moving things around.
Yeah.
Things that work on grass in Melbourne are different than carpet in Moama. Scott Majon's the coach down at MCC with Tris Dolan.
Yep.
Do a good job down there. He's on a fair line.
Oh, he's got good weight. Good weight. Great ball.
Yeah, he tucks it in. That's the teamwork you're talking about?
Yeah, I told you this.
We've had some great pairs of athletes who work together as a team in footy, and happens in bowls as well. The Cracker brothers knew instinctively where their brother was, and it seems that Scruff and Simon do the same thing. So what's that, 2? Johnny trying to land the ball. He's close. He's just got a hold. Oh, what weight is that? That's brilliant.
Great ball.
Yeah. Just a centimetre or 2.
Yeah, wasn't far away.
And surprising, I mean, the matchup between Winther and Hubbard, you know, is a delectable one. And I know Benny's had a huge tournament. We saw him play out here before.
Yep.
And hasn't got off the scoreboard yet. Hasn't troubled the scorer. And he's not there alone. He's got a team. What did he say? Have a go at it. Pulled the trigger early. I mean, the fact is they can have as many dead ends as they want.
Yep.
These guys have got no fear. They just go kill, reset, restart, let's go back. Because he played a howler with his first bowl to just miss it. You would have thought maybe same bowl. Brad's just trying to beat. He's just going to. Not quite there. Probably fattens the target a little bit. You got an idea on how the girls are going?
I'm trying to have a look over there. I unfortunately can't see the big board. See if we can see the individual scoreboards.
There's 2.
Northern Gateway have got a 3-0.
Got it. It's rattled around.
And there's the kill.
It's great to be able to see someone like Nathan Lynn. I mean, I just would never get to see him play. He's not in my groups or stuff, so it's great to be able to come up and see the talent that's around.
Yep.
Will most of these guys be travelling back tonight?
Not sure. Not sure. It's a big ask. Drive 3 hours back.
After having played 3 full days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd want to be confident that you're not too tired.
I can see a 5-1 to Northern Gateway.
Yep.
Northern Gateway, that's Northern Gateway's.
And a 3-0 and a 4. So
Yep.
12 to 2, I think, at the moment.
So it's Bendigo Campaski Goldfields. It's early days. Watching our favourite rink with Cassandra
Cass. Yep.
Cass in it. She's just over there, I can see. But every game's different. Got a few, any comments flying in there?
No, we've got a lot of people watching,
No,
though.
good. Join in the chat if you know anything about any of the players being streamed. Always good to hear good, positive, insightful comments
Yep.
about the players. That Glenroy side with Sam and Johnny and you've got a fair few young players down there.
Yep.
They just haven't been able to climb that next rung, have they, yet? Work in progress, maybe? Sam eyeing this off.
Yeah.
He's
Still
pretty
close. I don't think he's going to outdraw it, though.
Scotty will be keen to give Simon's bowl a mate. Just trying to get to the back, I think. To the back bowl, just in there somewhere. Yeah, that's a good home.
Bit of a comment about how it's a shame that the Leeds bowls are the same colour, but Northern Gateway do have pink stickers.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
If you've got black and white TV, bad luck. He's close. That's a great home and a counter. That's a very good bowl there.
Simon Norton's lead
Yes,
got
sir.
shot there.
Yeah,
Gus.
it's not a counter.
No. 2 seconds.
It's like one of those back resting touchy bowls that's not shot yet, but could well end up shot.
So there was a number on to Willoughby, 2, I think.
Yeah, Hubbard's 8 love. What do you get 2? Good shot. Brad's still there. They haven't put that on the board. If there's another, is that updated? 2-3. Yep.
Yep.
So they're starting to make some inroads. Brad looking at this carefully.
Yeah.
He's got good weight. He's just got to use that bowl.
He has.
And he has.
Maybe not.
Handy home. Something in the eye.
There's actually a couple on the green today. Gus, did you know that?
A couple. As in...
So Jordan Yates
Yes.
is playing in the Windsor rink.
Ah, yeah.
His partner's playing
Over
in the
That's right.
two Jordans.
Yep. Two Jordans. That's right.
We saw her the other day, didn't we?
Yep.
In that rink.
Good bowl.
Yeah, great bowl. He's bowling well.
He is. Robbie Miller on the next rink from Whittlesea, putting the shot in.
Well, they're holding 3 there.
Just ask him to slow down, Brendan.
Winters on the scoreboard with 1.
Just a bit over again.
Number there to Northern Gateway.
Take 2 out.
2.
3, I think.
Yep.
Because Brad's bowled before.
3. Well,
so it's 6.
That's sort of balancing out what's happening in the Hubber rink.
Yeah. And that's what you tend to try and do in Pennant. You know, if one ring's getting a bit of a pasting, you just try and have another ring go with them, nullify it till the order is restored. It's actually a good idea of Northern Gateway to have those stickers on their bowls. They've obviously, someone came up with that.
Yep.
Maybe it was just for the final. I didn't notice.
No, well, every region has to have stickers.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, they're certainly good, colourful stickers that you can see.
Yeah.
They're very effective. I can't see Yarra's got any on. Like, Simon got any on his bowls?
Yeah, they do, but it's just a blue.
Right. Doesn't help much, does it?
No.
Down at Ocean Grove, Matty Flapper had all different stickers for all different, people.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it was good. No, that's you.
Okay.
back on. We'll just welcome the great JT to the commentary team, just to spice it up a bit.
Gussie, Matty.
Hey, JT.
Finals been a little bit interesting. I actually thought Yarra would win the final, but I didn't think they'd jump out to the way they've jumped out, you know, and particularly one rink, you know. So it's early days, 15 ends, so it's a little bit longer for the boys, and anything can happen over the next couple of hours, I reckon.
Yeah, well, the Northern Gateway rink we're looking at, it's got 6-1 now, so they're sort of just trying to cover them.
They are fighting back.
But you're right, it's nice to get that start, isn't it?
Absolutely, and the interesting thing is obviously they had a 2-end roll-up before the start of the match, but Gateway's come nearly directly off these 3 rinks. Not quite, but nearly, and yeah, it was the Yarra boys that jumped onto it early.
Yep. Has your tips come true so far? I know there's been a bit of controversy across the...
Yeah, look, I don't mind speaking my mind and having a crack and having a bit of an opinion. I tipped Yarra to win the other section, so I got that one right.
Yep.
Obviously, I tipped ourselves in our own section, which that was a little way off. But I think I said when I spoke on the show that if it wasn't us, it'd be go either Gateway or Metro West, and I think I was roundabouts with that one as well.
Yep. Yep.
I did royally get the women's one wrong, though.
Right. Which with the Yarra girls.
Well, I said actually Ovens and Murray ladies.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Yarra girls were pretty stiff. I mean, they've lost 2 games by nothing, you know, to miss out. I know they were very disappointed.
Yeah, Trish reminded me that I tipped against them too, you know, so...
Yeah, it all comes back to haunt us, doesn't it? Oh, and the Sandbelt guys send their regards to us.
Oh, of course, you know, so... More Jimmy than me, though. You know, I just fed him the line and he just went with it, you know, so...
I did. Bojo's down there pointing the finger. So, but you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
That's right. You know, look, obviously at Bowls Victoria this year, we did the live streaming of the Premier Games, which has been fantastic. You looked at the final. I mean, what a finish, you know. That was paid dividends from just that perspective, you know. And then we've done the show throughout the year and, you know, tried to make some predictions. And great bowl there by Brad Barron. Yeah. And the reality is to make it interesting, get people talking about it, you know, I think you've got to say a few things. And you could sit the fence all year and it'd be pretty dull and boring. And Jimmy and I have tried to spice it up a little bit.
I think a lot of what you do is a bit tongue-in-cheek at times. And
people know me. I don't think I'm a nasty guy, but I've got a bit cheeky and, you know, and that was me. Yeah.
Well, I did remind Sandbelt that you didn't pick Yarra for Footscray at all this year either, so, you know.
Yeah, that was all. Actually, that come up yesterday when I played the Metro West boys. I said, "Are you going to tip us now?" I said, "Well, no, because I'm playing you." And I said, "Nino's not around though, so that's probably why I'd actually give you a half a second thought, you know." So.
Well, Nino will be very happy. He just got 2 mentions on the show. That's it. Enjoyed the 3 days.
Oh, look, this is you know, one of our, I guess, pinnacle events from a Bowls Victoria perspective. I've been lucky enough to been playing in it since I was about 17 years old. So when I've been living in the state, it's always one of those ones you want to play in. It's great competition. Every team that actually, you know, with all truthfulness and honesty, every team that comes here is a bloody good side.
Yeah.
And, you know, like we won 1 out of 7 games, so it was a pretty shocking weekend from that scheme of things. But our last 4 games, we all lost in the last end.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's tight.
It's, you know, it's roundabouts. You have to play well. You have to play well at the right times and be as consistent as you can.
And we've been talking over the 3 days. It is a tournament.
Correct.
12 ends. You're playing on different surfaces. You're moving clubs. So you've got to be pretty robust in the way you're playing. You've got to be quick. The quick or the dead. Yep,
absolutely. It's pretty cutthroat 12 ends, so starts are important generally.
Well, we noticed in the first day and a half, anyone who got out to a little lead around that 8 or 9 end mark couldn't be pegged back because it's fairly defendable on this surface.
Yep, absolutely.
But then we saw a couple turnarounds.
Yeah, 2 upsets.
You know.
Brad's got great weight on this. 2 great bowls.
Brad's weight control is generally pretty good, you know. I just remember going back to the Australian pairs that he won with Lee, you know, and he leads up and his weight control is always pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's about the closest thing to a professional bowler I know. He's just does it all well. Having a little look at this.
Yeah, he's running.
Yeah, Lynchy doesn't mind a run. He's not far away.
Wow. That's 2 he's killed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're going to be here a while somehow.
No time limit in the final, you know, so.
Which is great because they can play their full array now.
Yep, absolutely.
You know.
Just means we might be stuck here for a bit longer.
And the girls out there,
Yeah, no, well, I mean, obviously, both good sides. I was just having a sneaky look there before. Gateway's actually started really, really well.
Yep.
There should be enough ladies in the Bendigo Campaspe Goldfield side that actually know this green pretty well.
Yep.
You know, you think about the Moama ladies that are here, and there's probably a few Echuca ladies.
Yep.
But the Northern Gateways have started well so far.
there's a lot of experience in that Bendigo Campaspe Goldfield side, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Like, could that weigh out in the end?
Well, you just don't know. Again, being that extra 3 ends, Gussie, it'll give them a little bit of time to fight back.
Yep.
It could be just a subtle change of length, you know, a bit of tactics, a bit different, you know, doing something differently, and it might just all change for them.
Yep. Oh, I definitely think the change, the 12 to 15 makes a big difference in the game. Lots of support, though, isn't there?
I actually, it's actually fantastic to see how many people have hung around. You can look around the greens and you see all the different region shirts still floating around, and then a few of them all got changed and settling into a few refreshments as well.
Mm-hmm. It's a perfect spot to watch it from, isn't it?
It's one of the best facilities in Australia. That's why obviously they get a lot of big events.
Mm. And how's your preparations going for the Commonwealth?
So I've been lucky enough, obviously, to be selected in the Australian Jackaroos and the Para Jackaroos specifically to go to UK in 3 weeks' time.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting. So there's 4 of us left in our squad. Ultimately, my discipline, the men's para pairs, or physically disabled pairs, is a pairs event. So I've got to get from 4 to 2 now, and hopefully when I go over there in 3 weeks' time, I play well and hopefully get selected. So I've said to a few people this weekend, this is the last time I'll play on anything half decent pace for the next probably 5 or 6 weeks.
Yep.
My preparations will be now playing on the Swan Hill tennis courts. trying to find that nice extra length there, So they reckon we'll be playing on 10, 11 seconds over there. So it's a different game.
It's a shame, being a little bit controversial, and I'm careful what I say, but, it will be a streamed game. It will be televised. People will be watching. Better games will tend to be on a green, maybe 13 to 15.
Oh, look, it's a hard one for me to comment on, Gussie, because I haven't played a lot on it, and
you've got to go in there positive too.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
So it's in Australia we're quite blessed with the quality of our greens. We play on nice
We are
greens,
spoiled.
and and we play with touch and finesse. Their game is you're drawing with 2 feet to a yard every time, and you're never just trying to draw it. It's finishing that good home. So I still think you can have some very good games. I mean, if you go back and look at the and I've checked it out just to suss out how people play over there. The Glasgow games, and there's some games on YouTube and things like that. Still some bloody good
Cracking games,
but
different style.
Just a different style.
Yep. And that's something I'm sure the coaches will be all over.
Absolutely. We're lucky. We've got Gary Willis as our national coach, Karen Murphy as our assistant coach. They're both experienced. Obviously, Karen's a legend of our sport in our country and in the world. We're lucky enough with the para guys. We've got now Alan Faulkner as our HP para manager. And for those listening at home, you don't know Alan, Commonwealth Games gold medalist, world champion, English lady who has now moved to Australia, working for Bowls Australia.
Yep.
And
very lucky to have her.
She's given us some good ideas and tips. She actually knows what each of the 4 greens at Leamington Spa does. You know, she sort of mapped it out for us, and we've had a bit of a Leamington masterclass online, and hopefully we can use that to our skill sets when we go over.
Yeah. Yes, it's nice to have that intel. They do it in other sports, cricket and that. They get the different coaches come in. And
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
so we've got to use all the things at our disposal. So you're only in the one discipline?
Yeah, at this stage, and obviously you'd like to think it'd be more somewhere down the track, but the Com Games has a number of para sports.
Yep.
Bowls is lucky that we do. We've actually grown, I guess, to a point. In the last Com Games, it was just the vision impaired mixed pairs and the open para triples.
Okay.
Now this year's Com Games, there's still the vision impaired mixed pairs, but now we have a men's para pairs and a ladies para pair. So obviously more chances for female participation in sport. And it's not a participation event; it's a high class event, but it's that equality part of it, and obviously getting them a Guernsey as well, which is fantastic, And we're going to see in 3 weeks' time 4 ladies from Australia play their first Australian game, which is fantastic in that para side. So
that's great. Yeah. It's Birmingham, isn't it?
Correct. But Leamington Spa is where the bowls venue is. It's probably actually a half an hour out of Birmingham. Yeah, so that's where we're going to in 3 weeks' time. We're staying at a hotel there, and we'll spend 2 weeks on the Leamington Greens. So if you get used to them and play well, it obviously will bode you pretty good to get selected, I reckon. So.
So I've got a score update for the women's match. Northern Gateway, as you said, got off to a flyer. It's 16-9. Northern Gateway's way.
Okay, good. I did see the comment there before, Maddie, and I seen you get up, which was good because I was trying to lean over and I couldn't see it myself.
We're going to see if we can get that board turned around a little bit so we can actually see it from here.
It's that time of the afternoon here at Moama where the sun's starting to peer in underneath too, so even that scoreboard's even going to be a bit hard to see full stop. But don't worry, we'll have some runners around there and getting us some scores. Lynchy very close. Still 1 to Yarra there at the moment, I feel.
Bowling very well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him, I haven't sort of seen Lynchy bowl much, and very impressive.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, I've known him for a few years. He's always been a good bowler, but he's stayed true and loyal to Moonee Valley.
He has.
And they're obviously trying to get them into Premier Division, and
they were close this year.
Yeah, well, and they've just picked up Dylan Fisher.
Yeah.
So that they might, increase their chances of getting up there.
There's a big number here for the Willoughby rink. I think it was a 4 or a 5.
Oh, the game's turning a little bit here at the moment.
Yeah.
Gateway's
coming back.
Yep. I reckon Lynchy be trying to play something similar. Just get to the blue bowl. If he can get a little bit of jack movement, he could make 2 or 3 there as well too.
It's just the one down?
Yeah, just the one down. It's probably one of the hardest shots on this carpet, even though you can get good heads and good bowls, is that to try and put that little bit extra weight on, it tends to hang a little bit then on you and not bite down as much, so.
Yeah, you can see that. Because a little extra weight takes away that little swing that...
it just doesn't bite as much as it would on a grass green,
That's exactly right. Another one, they're having a discussion about length. We were talking about tactically, they're a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
These guys, they know what they're doing. 3 of them play in the same rink, independent anyway.
Yep. It doesn't hurt to have that little meeting. I learnt a few years ago that you break the game down into either quarters or thirds, and you have a bit of a get together, talk about how things are going, and sort of reset. And by doing that, you break the game down into many goals, and you keep trying to reset those goals and keep achieving those goals. It helps you win the overall.
So I'm going to duck out for 5 minutes. I'm going to let you guys call. But let's get back to calling this game and give the viewers your insights into how you might play some of these shots.
Sounds good, Gussie.
Thanks, mate.
Matty, how are you feeling? Because do the listeners know at home your allegiance here?
They do. I owned up right at the start. I've worn my Yarra top all day, hoping that they can make the final.
Are you nervous?
I was happy with the start. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because Northern Gateway are fighting back here. That number on Dino's rink is going to put them right back in the match. So what are we overall? It's only about 2 now.
It's actually, I reckon, if I go off the scores, it's it's 2.
2.
But 2 to Gateway.
And we're going to get the women's match scores. They're going to put them in the chat for us,
Cool.
which is great.
Yep, sounds good.
Right, thanks to Robin Russell. So you're under 18s this week, is that right?
Yeah, no, so I'm off to Bendigo after this, and we have the start of our Victorian Under 18 Championships. So the best juniors in the state are all coming along.
Yep.
We've got boys and girls singles, boys and girls pairs.
So is that all week?
It starts tomorrow and ends on Thursday. So
Okay.
4 solid days of bowls.
Yep.
We also have the mixed pairs and the open triples. So
Right.
an event a day, basically. So
Yep.
Yep.
And there was some sectional play, wasn't there, for the boys under singles?
Yeah, the boys singles tend to get
A lot of
a
entries.
lot of entries compared to all the other events where you really need to get them played out, at least a part of it. You know, and we try and get down to the last 16 then. So we are down to the last 16 in the boys singles now.
Yep.
Scotty be looking to try and just get under his own or turn his own over here.
Yeah, or even get to that.
Sammy Rogers.
Yep, from Glenroy. Is
That's
that right?
it, yeah. He actually hasn't been playing bowls that long, but his development and how quickly he's got better and better. He started out at Gisborne, I reckon, 3 years ago.
Right.
And within 4 years, he's playing region sides. He's going
Yeah,
pretty good.
Great effort.
Give or take a year. I don't quote me on the exact years, but I know he's still pretty new to the game, and he's a very good bowler. Brad will be looking to get down on his backhand, try and get to it first.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure whether that was Northern Gateway or Yarra.
The speed dictated that it was definitely a gateway bowl.
Right.
Johnny McCarran, left-hander. Now, Johnny, I don't know whether you know this, Matty, but Johnny over the years has actually played right-handed in proper matches.
Yeah, Gus actually gave that away.
Yeah. And he actually, he had like the yips, like one way or another. He would draw right-handed and then go back to his left hand for his runners.
Right.
And now he's back to all drawing on his. When I first met Johnny, under 18, he was one of the best under 18 players in the state, and he was always just a lefty. And the next minute, I seen him and he was playing right-handed. There's actually a few bowlers who can do that They don't obviously do it, but can actually very naturally turn over and play the other hand.
Actually had a go at it the other day. I didn't do too well.
I'd struggled.
Has Brad got the right weight for this?
No. I think he's obviously getting back to the draw then, not trying to sit the bowl. His last bowl laid that gateway bowl over, made it very hard then to actually get to it, so he's now back on the draw. Johnny's got to clear the front ones.
No, he hasn't.
No. It's going to make it harder now for Brendan, and it might actually make him switch and maybe look to try and promote one of his own on the other hand.
3 bowls there.
Yeah, play the Yarra weight and give him a couple turnovers. You miss you giving yourself a chance down the back too, you know, with something afterwards. The next rink, Brad Willoughby just played a good bowl, but I think he's still one down.
Yeah, I think
looks
Josh
like
is holding.
It's Chopper's bowl, yep. I should say his real name.
Well, your call was to play into those bowls.
Didn't get enough of it. Didn't get enough of it.
So Yarra had a really close one against Wimmera this morning.
Yes.
Only just got.
I did hear that. And then
over
they had
the
a
line.
closey against Bendigo, Campaspe Goldfields. Dean O'Neill just drew a really good bowl over there.
Yep.
And what was interesting, I was just talking to Ian Miles and the Almonds of Murray. The Almonds of Murray men won 6 games, but they were hoping Bendigo and Yarra draw, and then they would have got over the line themselves, you know, so.
Yep. Well, talking about draw, that's a great draw.
Should be in the count.
Yeah. Pressure on Brendo now.
Yeah, he's just got to, I reckon, just fix his line. His speed's pretty good to promote that one in for shot. He's definitely higher.
Is he?
Yep.
Oh. What do you reckon?
Well, Johnny, J-Mac as we call him, he's having a good look here. He's trying to work out whether they got shot or not.
Jack back for them would be a great result, wouldn't it?
As in the ones just behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way the head's sitting up, Matty, it's very hard to get to it. Like the backhand's not turning that much, or I don't think you could actually get around and turn it that far, and then you probably don't want to play forehand to turn any of the Yarra bowls. He might just, if they're got it, he'll probably just elect a draw, and if...
Must be close.
There you go.
Play the draw.
I think she was going to be pretty close then if he didn't get that little
Yeah,
feather.
he was going to be really close.
The next rink, Yarra definitely picked up shot. I don't know how many it was. Then they're having their little team meeting just to reset.
So I think it was a 2. Now makes it 7-5 after 6.
And Northern Gateway won that measure.
Yep.
And over on the ladies, it looks like Gateway are leading 24 to 10 over Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields after 20 ends. Jared Davies.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a drive. I think he's ripped a few Yarra bowls out. High fives all around.
I think he's ripped quite a few out.
There's definitely now, well, there's still one Yarra bowl hanging around. It's that grey, greenish bowl there.
Oh, yeah, that could be Max. What a bowl. Oh, Damien DeFlorio's cut it down.
Very good bowl there by Damo. Have you given the viewers at home what the speed of the green would roughly be, Matty?
I was on it the other well, you were on it this morning.
Yep.
I think it's about 14.
It's about that. It's not lightning quick.
No.
It is conducive to good heads, I reckon, you know. Depending on what rink you are, there's some... try to find the right word for it. Just some different lines here at different times. You would have seen in the
Imperfections, would you
yeah,
say?
imperfections. You know, I think it just comes with, you know, happens on grass greens too sometimes.
Yeah. We did notice that because we've been obviously streaming on the same rink all the time. And some of those bowls just weren't drawing in, were they?
Yeah, no, it made it hard a couple of times there when the bowl swang, the jack or the bowl swang out to this ditch side. Karen, it's Karen who's just asked whether we could give individual rink scores for the women. It's very hard from where we were sitting at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
As I said, the sun's coming in at an angle where it's very hard to see the scoreboards. We can definitely see the overall at the moment. They've actually just really shifted it around for us, so which is fantastic. Yep.
So it's only 5 the difference.
Yep. Yeah. Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. Hang on. No. It is 15. They just accidentally flipped over.
Flipped another 10 over.
Made you look silly, Matty.
Not the first time.
Yeah, so it's 10 to 30 after 26 ends in the ladies' final in favour of Northern Gateway. Oh, Scotty was awfully close then.
Yeah.
If he was just around that, he was probably going to guts the jack.
Ben Winther's not too happy with himself. Oh. So yeah, on that Hubber rink, Ben Winther was looking to get the jack and he didn't do it. So Ben's bowling now. Hubber, that is.
One to Yarra on that rink.
Well, good result considering what Jared Davies did.
Yep. Robbie Miller played a good bowl there on the rink next door to the live stream. I reckon Gateway's holding 2 there, maybe 3.
Yeah, they're got a feeling that that rink's on top there. They're watching some of those heads. Yarra's down quite a bit.
I've just been down having a look at the girls
Yes.
in the sun. That sun is really quite warm. Makes a big difference.
We're just talking about that. They've just moved the overall for us, Gussie, which is perfect, so we can see that. I said someone asked for individual ring scores, and I said that's probably a bit hard the way that sun's coming in and that angle there. So
there's a 7-1. There's some big scores there.
Good luck, I say, trying to get him. Unless you like Superman with X-ray vision or something, Gussie, So
it's 21 to 10.
It's 10 to 24.
10 to 24.
Yeah,
that score's changed a few times since they moved. It's obviously a few numbers flicked over when they moved it.
Yeah. So they've got away to a flyer.
So I reckon Lynchy here probably get on the forehand, try and beat Yarra to the shot. They've got shot already, Gateway, but if he can get a little bit of movement himself.
It's a Yarra bowl in front, isn't it?
Yes, he's just got to be around that. He's coming underneath.
Gets a little slide. It didn't. Probably nearly had the pace. Touch ball, maybe.
And on the next ring across, I do see a touch on Paul Williamson's bowl, but I don't know where the jack is.
Yeah, I think with the girls you'll see a fight back there. We watched a few games.
Brandon Gaggle is nearly drawing the shot underneath the head there.
Yeah.
Great bowl. He had options there. He could have turned his own one over a couple of times or just under like he did.
He can see that bowl, can't he? So he just...
Yeah. Sort of reaching with a couple of feet to a yard.
Just touch that down. Oh, wow. Close.
It could be 2 down now. He's a bit stiff, but he probably played with a fraction too much weight. He was in the area.
I wonder whether his second option wasn't under the blue into the orange.
No, I think that was probably his first option. Yeah.
That's why he played that weight
Yeah.
to get under there. And does the speed change on this? Pete?
I have heard when I been here for the BPL and coaching that they say it changes a little bit from morning to night.
Right.
Definitely the back green does. I've definitely heard it. I didn't notice it in the 2 games I played out here, but I don't reckon I had much touch either, Gussie.
We were wondering about temperature changes.
Can do.
Things like
I don't think it's drastic change or anything like that.
No, it's not. It's not those 3 or 4 seconds type thing.
Not like those old needle punches back in the day that used to change.
Yarrawongas.
Yes. Growing up down in Murray, I used to play on that. It was heartbreaking if you put a bowl down you thought was half decent and the cloud cover come over and you go rolling through 2 yards.
Yeah.
Could make you look a little silly at times.
Played a little... I was playing up there and we played a little thing at night with new bowlers. I'd spend all night pulling bowls out of the ditch.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, when it got to night and if it was
It's
cold
like
night...
20 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon Gateway's got a fair few there just quietly on the rink next door. Obviously, while this measure's going on here on our stream rink, but the rink next door, Brad will be playing Dean O'Neill. There's 4 of them in a bunch there.
There was 2 to Gallagher then.
Okay. They'd be well and truly in game day mode now, wouldn't they, JT?
How do you mean, Gussie?
They've played their 8th game of the tournament.
Yeah. Well,
They're
probably being the quality of the bowlers that anybody's here, you're meant to be probably in game day mode from game 1 regardless, because it's so cutthroat that if you drop a game when you shouldn't,
Yeah.
it actually can crucify your whole weekend. So,
Yep.
as I touched on earlier, our Murray Mallee boys started very poorly on Friday, and it really hurt us.
Yep.
So we never really recovered. So
But once you get to the final, you're at the final dance at least.
yeah, oh yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Yeah,
you know, you can just concentrate on playing the game rather than worrying too much. You just play your best.
yeah.
Yeah. There's medals for both, I think.
I think it's a prestige. Like as I said, you've got 16 regions in the state. They're all sending
The best.
their 12 best players.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd like to think they are anyway.
Yep.
As I said, that's caused some controversy. I was saying a couple of things around that. But, and you go on to win that title. It's a state title. It's a very good event to win if you can win it.
So this is a state title?
Well, I would call it a state title.
Yeah.
It's called the Region Sides Championship.
Yeah.
The reality is it's 16 regions
championship.
playing for a state title in that way. So I guess lucky enough, unlucky enough, I've played in 2 finals over the years, representing the Ovens and Murray back in the day, and we couldn't manage to get over the line in those ones.
Yep.
Gateway picked up 4 on the Brad Willoughby rink against Dean O'Neill. None of the leaders have nailed it on this end yet, so there's a bit of room for the seconds.
Scruff won't be too happy with that. There certainly is a degree of difficulty bowling out of shadow into sun and those. It's more of an optical illusion. I think.
Absolutely, yep. As I said, I haven't actually had to play on it here. Jared Davies having a big hit on the end rink there. He's made 1 out of that at least.
It's fascinating to watch. He's really got a game day face. He
bowled so well in
he
that
just
live stream.
doesn't seem to change. Unflappable.
He changed a few heads against us, unfortunately for us in that game.
Yep.
He's one of, obviously he's now out of the juniors. He's probably about 19 years old now,
Yeah.
Jared, so up and coming. He's in the
Merging.
pathways or merging. I get them mixed out, and I should know this off the
Pathways.
top of my head, but he's in one of those Bowls Australia squads,
Yeah.
so he's been looked at. Great bowl there by Sam Rogers. He played 2 great bowls then.
How old would Sam be? Do you reckon?
I was trying to work this out, and I was saying to Matty before when you nicked off, Gussie, he's actually, I reckon he's only been playing 3 or 4 years. He's literally started at Gisborne, nearly walked straight into their top side not long after there. Then he's gone into Glenroy, and his bowls has just got better and better.
Yeah. Yeah, surrounded by a lot of young talent. Good. Thor Shannon doing a good job leading there.
I reckon Brad's pretty close here. Oh, he's a bit stiff. He needed that full. And as a result, he's feathered it onto
their
Sam's
bowl.
bowl. And it's probably even harder to get at now too.
Yep.
There you go. Someone said Sam is 21, so
Great.
women's score update. It's the overall still showing 10 to Bendigo, Campaspe, Goldfields, and 24 to Northern Gateway. So that's after 20 ends. Johnny, as a left-hander, has gone to his backhand, and he's. I reckon he was looking to add. If he turned it a little bit, it would have brought his other one into it.
Just didn't quite send it. You said Johnny's left-hander. We were saying he's actually bowls both.
When you nicked away, I was actually asking Matt, did he know that? And as I said, I've actually seen him do that.
Did it in the Victorian triples when he broke his hand.
Yeah. I just said he had the yips.
Johnny'd say that too. He says he's got 24 different deliveries.
I reckon his step has had 24 different incarnations of a delivery, you know, like there's a real stutter step there at one stage, yeah.
He's still got a little bit.
Yeah. It's like he's kickstarting a motorbike.
Yeah. I think sometimes you do things in your delivery because it feels good, but it actually doesn't add much to you. It just complicates things.
Well, I wouldn't go out and teach anyone my delivery, but it's the only way I can get the bowl away, you know, so it's unique in itself, and it works for me sometimes. Yeah. I'd like to think most times, Gussie, but, you know.
You bowled pretty well out there today, mate. Did a good job.
I didn't draw that well that game, Gussie. I hit reasonably well, but couldn't draw really to save myself for some reason.
Did you feel you were over or under?
Well, that was the problem. I was both.
Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good, mate. We were talking about how good of a start on the Brad Willoughby's rink it started off this next end, and then Brody Harker, Slaxy as he's known, who is a Swan Hill local, coming in and drew a front noser there. It was a very good bowl.
Changes it.
Yep.
Because they've got Nathan Mills, 2 bowls at the back there.
Yep. And hence why Gateway's now playing with a lot of weight to try and disturb it.
Nathan trying to sneak around.
Yeah, they've all got caught out there where they've just sort of, it's like a magnet to that spot.
There's 4 or 5 of them there.
Yeah. Big bowl here from Brendo. He's a couple down.
He's had a couple big bowls.
I'm not sure he likes it. Looks very high, or wide as you'd want to call it. Might get down for second shot though. Probably does. Yeah. Which is good in the schemes of the overall.
Absolutely.
Talking about Paul Williamson, you guys would have been somehow, obviously you did our rink in the live stream in that last game, but his last bowl on the rink next door to us was the match winner. I rocked a toucher in from 4 foot out, right on top of the jack. It was an amazing long bowl.
I was actually saying, well, they're going to drop 2 on that ring.
Yep.
Forgetting that was a touch, because it was the first bowl of the end, and then the jack disappeared. I totally forgot that was a toucher.
The Murray Malley bowl, the leader, actually moved the jack himself.
Yeah.
Looked like he was going to go in with it, and he just sat on the edge, yeah. And while we're talking about that match, that game, Nathan Lynch added another and made 2.
Yeah.
It's a lead of 6 now for Northern Gateway.
Brad Willoughby killed it.
We should have been keeping track of dead ends. There's been a few.
Well, that's 2 now for that rink.
And Nathan's had 2 here.
Yeah, I reckon there's 2
He's
here.
had 2 here.
Over and unders in the dead ends for the game. Could add a wager.
Not that we bet on sport.
Yeah, a friendly wager.
Yeah.
You know.
Beers maybe or something.
Bit like me having to give Jimmy some craft beer because he beat me in the tipping this year, you know.
You had to give him craft beer, not just any beer.
Oh, look, he sent me this link and I had to go and buy it and get it sent to the office for him, you know, and multicoloured can. I had no idea.
Was it midstream?
I got none of that.
No.
But you know, we might be digressing here for a little bit, but he only got a 4-pack because his 4-pack was worth far more than a box of Great Northern that I would have actually won if I won the tipping, you know, so.
Yeah. They've had another meeting, Yarra. That's the second one for the day, is it?
Yep.
And our Victorian Pathways coach, J.R. Ewing, which is over on rink 5, is just drawing a toucher. He played pretty well in the game before.
He did.
probably needs a lift a little bit in this game. Maybe he doesn't mind me saying that. He might give me a grilling over that one.
He said he was a bit nervous coming into the game. Yeah, look at that. It's what we talked about yesterday, Matty, that having a meeting, their lead puts down a bowl, and then you go and have a meeting to break it up. Now, whether that's a tactic or whether it's a bit of both.
It's twofold, I reckon. It's one, you're just regrouping and resetting and going, right, we've got to, pull our finger out, whatever it is. At the same time, it just makes it a little bit longer between the lead playing his first and second bowl.
And then Simon comes and draws a little trail.
Yeah. Worked big time.
Yeah.
We do have a score update over on the ladies' game. Bendigo Capacious Goldfields is now 17. Northern Gateway is 29. And they have played 26 ends.
So it is tightening up a little bit. They're moving in the right direction.
Sammy Rogers, I thought he played a pretty good bowl. He wasn't far away.
Touch of weight, probably. Yep.
It's getting back to the pace of the green. You think it's there sometimes, and it just dies, and it's around that 14 seconds.
Yeah. We've been talking for 3 days. You want to be that at foot or foot and a half. If you're going to miss. Short bowls are nothing. Scruff's got a great bowl here.
Great bowl.
Great bowl, Scotty Magee.
That team meeting.
Yeah, it's
they did it. It's happened. And this is how they play their pennant. They do the same thing.
I did it a few times. Didn't work for me though. Not in the game there, but in the early games. Yeah. Look, as I said, it's something I always don't mind doing. So. Sammy's just got to get around his own, or if he gets to it, he might actually promote it in. And he's got the second shot.
And Robbie Miller played a good one on the next ring. I think Scruff's
tighter.
Might have been a bit light on for weight. Johnny McCarron sprints down the green, a bit of a pep in his step. Getting to crucial times. That halfway mark of the game.
Yeah, getting very close to that. Or has just ticked over.
Good line here. He's just got to get down to it. He's got it in the middle.
Great bowl, Johnny McCarron.
Wow. And it does get harder when these kiddies get moved back a little bit and tucked away a bit. It gets tough.
Well, what happens is, obviously, I said it's conducive to good bowls. You have a lot of bowls ahead, and then it does move. There's all of a sudden, there's 5, 6, 8 bowls on your way, and it's where it's very hard to then get to,
Yeah.
And the other thing noticeably is that you try and move the jack, and you might only want to move it a foot.
Yep.
When you try and move it a foot, you end up moving it 4 foot or 5 foot, because of how the jack moves on the carpet.
See, he's trying to play the perfect bowl there. Very difficult.
Yeah.
Can be done. Looks easy on the other side with the rolling bowls up, doesn't it?
There might be I reckon there's a fair chance. Right, I know. I mean, Risk versus Rord here. Yarra's only one down at the moment, but the way the head's setting up, they might actually get Brad to play weight to clear it open. And
I think so.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, he's calling it now. Yep.
You take the, if you somehow get your own bowl out, you're only one worse off. So it's probably worth it. Because the way it's shaped up, it's probably not going to. It's going to be very hard to draw.
Very tough to get through that gap to get to the shot bowl.
Yep.
It's like a wall there.
Yeah. Anything there's good on the. It's knowing when to pull the trigger on your shots too, isn't it?
Correct.
Go too early. Do you go too late? It's Too late's no good. That'll be up in the backhand with a little bit of weight. Sun.
Oh, he's going to disturb something. Whoa. Well, they've now got 4 seconds. 5 seconds.
Hard to get to that shot bowl,
Hard to get the bowl out, but it's...
it looks very different.
Look, obviously, Lynchy's got first bowl here, and, you know, he'll obviously be trying to change things up, and J-Max standing in front of the camera. But if...
bowl onto bowl.
Yeah, there's the chances.
Yeah.
And the bowl they're looking to promote, which is that light blue bowl with the chalk mark on it, is a toucher. So there's options there.
Who's that scruffy? Thank you. Got it.
There you go. So Johnny is asking Lynchy to try and draw one around Jack High, get another one in the head.
He needs a friend.
Yep.
Big time. I don't. I mean, it's a bowl onto bowl situation to get that bowl out.
It would be...
It's a good home.
Be fifth shot, I reckon. But it is a very good home if they get a bit of Jack movement, you know.
And they've got one further out too, to the right,
Yes,
I think. So there's a bit more risk now for the shot. Yeah,
they're looking at it.
You even go harder, so if you do get it, it goes out.
As I said, if they get the one they want, it's the toucher, so you're hoping it's going with it.
Yeah.
Gateway might have a few over there on that Benny
just
Winthrop,
dragged
Benny
3
Hubbard
out,
rink.
didn't
Yeah,
they?
they pulled 4.
4.
That game, that rink in itself has tightened right up. It is now 8 on Northern Gateway to 9 Yarra.
Yeah, that was the one that got out to Benny Hubbard's, is it?
Yeah, he was 8-1 up at one stage. Well, that didn't go the way Brendan would have wanted it to go. There's still only one down, though.
It sort of opens up a shot for him on the forehand, though. But they haven't quite got the seconds that they wanted.
See, I reckon Lynchy's now going to change over to his forehand, try and take the shot away from him. If he
agree.
happens to move it a foot, 2 foot, he actually makes 3.
He's playing that very thing, JT. Good call, mate. He's got it. It's turning now. He's just underneath, I think. Great effort.
Speed was all time. So, again, I don't think Brendan's going to change hands. I feel like he'll stay on this side of the rink, but he's probably looking just to get to that shot bowl on the draw. Turn it once or twice. Oh, actually, no. They might have switched. The way Brad's standing as third, I think he's wanting him to...
Draw the shot?
Yeah. Trying to work out why the foot's standing there like that, because he's playing backhand still.
Is he going with weight?
He's trying to get him to draw to that across under the bowl, is he? Okay.
One down, one to Northern Gateway.
Well, they're eking out a little lead here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11's a margin, or 12 now that Matty's updated the score.
Red zone?
Oh, not red zone, but it's. If it got any further, you'd be starting to be.
In a 12-end game, you'd be worried.
Yes.
In a 15-end game, you've got a little bit more wiggle room.
The ladies' score still hasn't changed. It's still currently standing at Bendigo Campaspe Goldfield 17 versus Northern Gateway 29 after 26 ends.
I might go and have a look.
Go for it, Gussie.
Great start by Simo there.
Very good.
Think they can get back into it, Josh?
Oh, for sure. They've got the team to do it. So they're probably just going to have to try and, stop the momentum. The Gateway's probably got it going at the moment. And then, find something that's going to work for them, so.
Well, Ada's just trailed the jack over there. Changed the situation. That sun is right in our face now, Josh, isn't it?
Yes. I'm trying to work out what's the over and under for it going down below the clubhouse, Matty. 10, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I have to send for a hat. Not that the viewers can see us at home, but we are squinting quite hard at the moment because the way all the ends are going is back towards the clubhouse, and the sun is just peering over the top of the clubhouse at the moment. Yarra currently holding one on this end, Matty. And,
yeah, Scruff will be looking to just get behind. He's on a good track.
Played a good bowl. He played weight to count as well, and if he happened to move, it would have been good too. Jared Davies just played a cracking bowl over on the third rink. Our technician Brad, he's got a makeshift solution for himself. He's went and found a big cardboard box that's blocking out the sun for him. It's not helping me and Matty though.
No, it's not helping me at all.
Oh, poor Williamson.
First time I've seen him bowl. Very
He's been around for a long time, Matty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting stance on the mat.
Yep. Looks like he's using old bowls. They're actually Taylor Redline though, and they're not.
Are they?
They're just black with no grip, so that's
Yeah,
what
I
makes
like
them
it.
look like they're really old bowls, but they're not. Brad Marin, great bowl.
Yep.
That's 3 there for Yarra. So this is the end.
This is
you'd
the
love
end
to
they
hang
need.
on to if they to get back in the game.
So I just had a look at the girls. That score is right.
Yep.
Marianne Spicer is the skip for Bendigo Campasky Goldfields.
Yep.
She's the one that's slightly in trouble, 13-6 down.
Okay, so she's on that far rink.
Yeah, she's on the far. So was Marianne Canute, I think,
Yes,
I believe.
correct. She was actually originally from up Swan Hill way.
Yep. And played down in Melbourne,
Yes.
played state.
Yes, correct.
So I would think a comeback could be in safe hands if she's got anything to do with it. Fair bowler. But the other rinks are, okay. So
Yeah, I can actually see one of them myself. The Sue Howes
Yates.
versus.
Yep.
Who's the Northern Gateway skipper there? I can't see from here. Who's playing against?
down
Sue?
the middle rink.
No, the end rink. Sorry. Yeah, the Sue Howes rink. She's 9 up now,
Yep.
and it's their middle rink with Michaela.
Yep.
Good Northern Gateway. That's up 9-5.
Yeah. And then 9-8 is pretty even on the other ring.
Yep. Yarra's currently holding 3 at this head at the moment. I reckon there's every chance Lynchy's given this a chance. Probably playing on his forehand, trying to get through Johnny McCarran's bowl that's just short of it.
Bit of weight.
Yep. It's wide. Might get a hidden assistance. Ooh. Back to 2.
Okay. It's got another bowl to come.
Yep.
Oh,
Benny Winters just sat a bowl out. Probably only for 1, but they were 1 down, so they're happy, up and about.
I wouldn't want to do those high fives. I would lose my arm if Jordan Yates gave me one of those. Okay. Chopper just played a good bowl, giving him a high five. So Yarra know that it's getting close to that time.
Absolutely.
They need to make a little bit of pressure back on. Brenda, I'd like to draw another one here.
Yeah, ideally he's probably trying to get to Brad's
back
wing bowl and flipping it over or just underneath, but he's just marginally quick.
Yeah.
Actually, he might have been going to cover then too.
Going to cover, I think. They
there
got
was
2 or 3
bowls
back there. Yeah.
So it changes Lynch's shot potentially.
I even thought he may have gone the other way, but I think that's where it's going.
Yep.
You can't cover everywhere, can you, JT?
No. I don't reckon there's much danger because the reality is they've got 3rd, 4th and nearly 5th shot. So,
yeah. I mean, it can't go anywhere that's too bad.
no. Not for them.
No. Backhand drive.
Can't see. Ooh.
It's a tough shot, really.
Look, I mean, that shot was also on too. He probably just hit it at the wrong angle, that bowl.
Because there's only a piece of it sticking out, wasn't there? But for these guys, that's all they need. They just need a tiny look, don't they? That score's changed now over there in the girls. 23-30.
7 in it now.
So they're making a little. They're making their little run. Two.
Yes, I believe so.
Two to go on, so that tightens it up a little bit. I imagine most states have similar types of events.
Yeah, so New South Wales has what they call the interzone.
Right.
So they have zones instead of regions or groups, as we were formerly known. Queensland has the District Sides Championship.
Okay.
So yeah, all very similar. I feel like New South Wales was 4 rinks, like we used to be here in Victoria. And Queensland, I played in both of them.
Right.
Because I've been all around the world.
Yeah. And you're going around the world.
Couldn't stay still there for a while, Gussie. Just kept moving. I feel like that was 4 rinks as well too.
Okay.
It could have moved back to 3 rinks now. Don't quote me on that.
Would have been difficult to house 4 rinks for us here.
I think, look, you look at what our national sides championship is. When Victoria goes off and plays against Queensland, it's all 3 rinks. And Pennant is 3 rinks. Yeah. So it's replicating that.
Yeah. Simon's asking that to get up. So he. We don't have a player of the tournament, do we?
No. Not sure how we'd judge that.
We were talking about it actually. You could get someone given a vote for each player at the end of the, best player.
What, best player in the rink each game?
Yeah,
or
each
best
game.
player from each team each game?
No, each rink.
Who's given the vote out?
Oh, you get the twos to do it or something like that.
Twos are given themselves all through the tournament, and one of them would win the player of the year. Not sure that's the greatest idea.
Well, Skips have been doing that for years.
Nah, we also wipe our rink pretty quickly too, don't we? If things aren't going well.
Absolutely.
It would be good to reward the player of the series, though.
It could be, right? If it was me doing it, the rink gets together at the end of the game. They vote 3-2-1 on the opposition.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then...
And swap it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Or we don't individualise a very team-orientated event.
That's true.
Just a different perspective.
Yeah. Most professional sports are going for the MVPs in their team sports, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But I like what you just said, though.
yeah.
Actually, that does bring it back to a.
I mean, the BPL named a team, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So what they did is.
Well, Sandbelt would get it, wouldn't it?
You said it, Gussie, not me. I can't get in trouble for anything about that one.
Similar pattern on the O'Neill rink. Their front end from Northern Gateway is tearing it up.
Yeah, Thor Shannon has a couple good ones there, and Robbie Miller's first bowl is just passing the head like it should be as a good second.
And Brody Harker's had to come in numerous times to try and cut it down.
Yeah, well, Thor's been getting one there, and then he puts another one there, so it's...
Yarra's currently holding a couple here.
And that sun's about to leave us, hopefully.
Yeah, or actually wasn't... The over and under wasn't as long as I thought it was, Matty.
No.
The only thing about that shot is it opens it right up, and I reckon there's a chance that Johnny McCarran's going to give a little bit of weight here, try and pot the jack.
Okay. They got the back bowl, haven't they?
Yep.
2. Brody Harker again.
Oh, Slacksy over there.
Yeah, he's saving them.
Yeah.
Always close.
Made 3.
Exactly what you called, mate.
Yep, great call.
There is enough room though to draw a shot where the jack went in the pit. So those watching at home, I'd like to think there'll be a little rink marker go up here in a second, but where Johnny McCarran's standing right now, roughly,
That's his foot.
Where around there is where the jack is.
He's found the marker.
There it is. Sleeping at the wheel, they were.
Okay. Watch Brad Marin draw this right to the plinth.
You reckon?
Yeah, he doesn't need to be right there, though. He's got, what, 4 feet, 5 feet?
Yep. All right, let's see if our camera can pick this up. Just getting out a shot. It's definitely shot, though.
See, we predict it and they do it.
Yeah.
Great bowl there by Brad Marin. With the different camera angle there that Brad's got for us, you can see the shot there. It's probably 4 or 5 inches from the edge of the ditch, I reckon. And reasonably in line with where the jack is too. So
choices.
Well, I reckon the best shot is trying to just get to the bowl and pop it in and then hang around and stay.
Yeah. And that's what he's playing. I don't know. That's running out of gas, mate.
Yeah, it's not probably what Johnny would have wanted to do. Definitely wouldn't have been doing that deliberately.
Here's a good exercise for Brendo. Draw 2 shots. Replicate what Brad did.
Well, they need it.
They do.
It's still 13 the difference in the overall. He's going to crash into Johnny.
That's a cardinal sin.
Is there chances now that like the draw shot's hard that they might go the bowl now?
Yes.
Yep.
I think so.
And then put the pressure on Brendo
Put the
with his
pressure on
last bowl.
Brendo. He's 3 down. I agree. And if you take it out and Brendo draws the shot, you're back to where you were. So here he goes.
He's still got another bowl anyway. Brendo did draw it.
Yeah. It's through in the middle. Got it.
Oh.
Oh, I thought through that gap he's got it. Brendo definitely wants to give it a friend now. And he did give it a little bit more out of the hand. Just sneak through there. He's just opened it up a bit more.
Still reckon it's worth 2? 2?
Yep. Yeah, the one in the ditch is too far away.
Yeah.
Put his back into that one.
Tighter.
And it's tighter. But it's not going to fit. Okay. Good bowl, Brad Marin.
Yep. Oh. So the ladies' game was tightened up even a little bit more. It's now 25 to Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields to Northern Gateway 30. So it's only 5 in it, 34 ends. So of a 45 end match, 5 the diff with 11 to go.
Game on.
That is game on that one.
Do you like to chase or do you like to protect? You'd always like to be in front.
I was going to say you'd want to be in front and just stay there all day, ideally. Yeah. I think you can play with a lot more reckless ambition and, you know, if you're down and it comes off, looks great.
Sometimes in a game you play in the last end, sort of might be good to be chasing.
Dean O'Neill just played a very good bowl. He's moved the jack back about 4 feet, and he's made 2, if not 3, maybe, with the orange bowl of Joshy Corliss.
Yep.
And Brad Willoughby will be playing his last bowl.
Lovely touch.
The leader's a little stray here this end.
That's, they've been... They come from nowhere, those bad ends, don't they?
Oh, look at this.
Draw the shot. Drawing the shot. But, bad news is, Dean's got another bowl. Brad Marin walks across to pick up Dean's bowl and say, here you go, mate. Make it happen.
So it's actually going to be reasonably firm because you could get both of them.
No reaction from Chopper. He didn't like out of the hand.
Great bowl there by Brad Willoughby.
Great save.
Sam Rogers got a fair bowl here.
It's probably the best one so far.
Yep. There's a pretty fancy trophy that's going to come out.
Yeah, I did turn around and had a look.
It's pretty good. No wonder they keep it in a box. It is glass. Very classy. Different one for the ladies.
Do you reckon they drink out of it?
Nope. I don't think they'll let them do that. Not even touch it. Comes Sam again. Does he add a little bit?
Well, he needs to because Scotty Magine did draw a shot. I've got an interesting take for you with the ladies match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gateway started well.
Yep.
Bendigo Capassity's pegging them back. Now, if you look at the side of the Gateway ladies, there's a lot of young ladies there, right?
Yes.
Who may be playing potentially in their first region sides final, and maybe the old heads of the Bendigo Capacity Goldfields ladies might be just sort of just pegging them back and going, we've got the experience here. It'd be interesting to see what happens here.
We did kind of make that comment early, and because there is a hell of a lot of experience in that Bendigo Capassidy Goldfield side. Great bowl
Brad
here
Marin.
by Brad Marin. He's in the area a lot.
The weight control is very good.
Yeah. Just caresses that bowl out beautifully.
Although, on Julie Fitt, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's the lady from Northern Gateway, Julie Fitt.
What did they?
I reckon they just picked up a 5.
5. They were pretty happy.
Yeah, Alana Flapper there.
Yep.
Put up a handful.
Pretty happy. Just takes that pressure off them, doesn't it?
That definitely helps the scenario.
Pressure release.
While that was happening,
Oh,
great
Brad.
putt.
Brad Marin.
Wow.
Say Sammy
Very
Rogers
reckless.
come down, got a good second. He touched the jack, and then Brad's come and just sat him out nicely.
Now, he switched there. Now, if we were still on the ditch ring, they couldn't do that as to that effect.
Probably not as confidently.
No,
No.
that wasn't happening. And you were finding that skips were probably keeping guys on one hand because better value.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You were there. You were doing it.
Yeah.
I bet they can.
Well, it looks like that rink's pretty true both sides, and
Does.
you can find a line.
Yeah. And I just think it's totally because of use.
Yeah, Nathan Lynch made the call to Johnny McCarran. Lefty comes down on his backhand. Try and get inside the wide bowl, Scotty Magine, and let it float in and try and get to the shot bowls, I reckon.
Well, he's. Oh, that's.
Just turned another one in, unfortunately. There might have to be another big Nathan Lynch bowl here.
Yeah. He's certainly got access. But this is Yarra's throwing the kitchen sink at this game now. You've got to make some headway.
Well, there's only 13 innings to go and they're 14 behind.
Yeah.
So it's when you Paul Williamson just touched the jack. I reckon he moved it enough.
Yeah, I think he's got the shot there.
In the next rink across.
So what's your rationale with ends? 13 ends. What's
I was nearly going to say, nearly when your score is exceeding the amount of ends left, you know you're starting to be
in trouble?
yeah. I'm saying that if you're 5 down with 4 to go, that's not too bad.
No.
But
There is that average that they talk about, 1 point something for each end, isn't it?
around that, yes.
It doesn't always go your way though.
No.
That's the problem.
Did Brendan Gallagher just draw another one?
Yeah,
do
he
you
added to
feel?
that, so
You
they're now
reckon?
holding
Yeah,
4.
Flopped in. So I can see what they're looking at here. The 2 Northern Gateway bowls that are on the line. They're both the white and blue. I think they're asking for a run shot to try and get them, and if not, somewhere just either side of it, you're going to be half a sniff, I reckon. So Lynch is playing weight.
Forehand.
Yep. That didn't come out of the hand real well.
Oh. I don't know.
He didn't miss by much. He's
No, he
only
didn't.
So is he trying to hit those two?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Or the gap.
Yep. There's another.
Brendan, I don't think he liked that out of the hand. Looks to be a lot higher.
Yeah, didn't get back.
Yeah, Lynchy's going again. He's definitely wider this time.
Tough. I mean, they can play it. I could never play that shot.
Well, does that give Yarra a chance now?
It's definitely
It helps.
in the ball game. And Dean O'Neill killed the other end, I think.
Right.
Or was it Dean or
Yeah,
Joshy Corliss? It was one
Yeah,
of
he
those
was two down.
Yep.
He was two down there. So that's all positive news. If you're a
If you're a Yarra
Yarraville supporter.
Yarra.
Oh, did I say Yarraville?
Yeah,
Yarra.
mate,
See,
you're letting your home bias get in there, Gussie. Come on, mate.
only been there a year.
You're already embedded.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see the girls one?
25 to 36 in favour of Northern Gateway after 37
Okay.
ends.
That 5 they picked up.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your daily limit on watching bowls? How many days can you go?
I'm not actually a great bowls watcher,
No.
to be honest, Gussie. Said obviously if it somehow intertwines in my working life, which it does it obviously often, you know, I don't mind obviously, but probably don't go out of me. Funny enough though, I'll say that I did put the UBC on a few times last week.
Yep.
You know, when we're playing pennant back at my home and you know the live stream's on, you might flick it on, have a bit of a look. But I don't.
I have to.
Don't go looking for games to watch, so Gussie.
I jump on YouTube a bit and have a look around at the games that are there. Sometimes see what's going on in the other states.
Yeah, and look, obviously, if you play the game long enough, you meet people from all around the country, and you know you make friends with people. You know, I mean, Barry Less is one of my good mates, so he's now playing out of Burleigh. So you check out Premier League Queensland and see how they're going. And you know, I mentioned before, I did 18 months in New South Wales. You know, so
Burleigh won the.
yes, they did.
Won it this year.
Yep. Great effort. Baz has been up there 2 years and gets them a Premier League Grand Final win. So.
Scotty just pulling up there. Had liked the track.
So the difference basically at this stage is the middle rink.
Yep.
Which is Brad Willoughby leading 14-5. So they need some big ends in that rink from Yarra to change it up, I reckon.
Maxie Goldsmith just rolled the kitty on the far rink. So they must have won something there.
Yeah, I think Max is
10
shot.
10 all on 12.
Yep, so it's 9 the difference.
Yeah, 10 all on the Winther Harbour rink.
Gateway's holding shot here on our live stream rink.
Let's watch Brad again. He's been putting them around and about, hasn't he?
Brody Harker just played a Great conversion shot. 1 down to 3 up. That's the rink you were talking about, Josh.
Yep. They have to claw their way back into this contest. They don't have to win their rink.
No. If they can halve the margin,
Yes.
then it gives the other two rinks a chance.
That's right.
To go out and
Yeah. You set yourself a goal. I think they just flicked the ladies' board over.
Yeah, we're having a look here. What's going on?
20.
25-37, so that's in favour of Northern Gateway after 39 ends.
Right. So 6 ends to go.
Well, could be shot there, Brad Marin.
He certainly had an influence on this rink. Working hard.
On the next rink across, the Yarra boys are probably holding 3 or 4 shots, but it is sitting out a little bit, you know. I reckon what Joshy Calls was trying to do is tuck it around the corner. And
He looks like is he lining up?
No, that's his stance.
Right. Thought he looked like he was lining up for weight. That's the shooter's stance.
Yep.
Okay.
He's bowled very well. Hello.
Close. Just ran out of...
Big chance here for Joshy Corliss in that rink. Obviously, we're not
Yeah.
watching it, but if he can get a little jack movement, it'll be really good. JR on the third rink's got his finger in the air. He's drawn a shot.
He's telling everyone about it too.
He was doing that in the game against us. He was actually going, oh, I'm getting shot this end. I'm getting shot this end. Great bowl there by Lynchy. That's definitely shot.
So Brendo's just the draw? He can draw that, you reckon?
Yeah. If he got to Brad's and flop in, he'd be nearly shot.
Right.
He's not getting down quick enough.
No.
The other option there, if he plays a little quicker, he can move Scotty Magene's bowl up too.
Yep.
You know, so
You reckon they're only 1 down?
I reckon it's one in a measure.
Okay.
Personally.
That one in there, is
Yeah.
hidden in there.
Joshy Corliss missed that trail again, but that's still there. Dean O'Neill's going to get a bite at it.
If he gets it, they could be holding 5 or 6.
6.
Looks heavy.
Oh, he's only just high.
Yeah.
That speed will move the jack a
long
fair way.
further
He
than you
probably
want.
wants half the weight that he was going to pass it, I reckon.
That's right. Yeah, he doesn't want that weight. All right. 1 down. Okay.
Good bowl there by Brad Willoughby on the
Yep.
next rink. He's probably taken a little bit of the danger away. I still say that if Dean O'Neill can get to the bit of the jack, he can actually halve the jack, which will push it towards his bowls and still get.
And get the bowl.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not big weight.
Or if he played the same weight as his last, he'd probably get the bowl anyway.
Yep.
I think they've got to get something out of this. So he's played similar weight to his last bowl. He's looking just a... okay.
Oh.
Well, he got something, all right.
Yeah.
They're not... it was a low 5.
Just
2.
2.
Okay. Well,
It helps in the schemes of things for Yarra. Back to this rink.
Yeah, the sun's right in their eyes now, right at that point. It's just must be annoying.
You know what I'd do? I'd bring the mat up so it wouldn't be in my eyes.
Yeah, well, maybe it was a tactic. Maybe Lucas Eddington's playing a smart game. Anything to put Simon off.
Well, he's taller too, Simon, so it makes it harder for him.
That's right.
Me being vertically challenged, I'd be sweet in this scenario.
Easy.
All right. One of the ladies' rinks has finished. It's the Michaela Long Lee Harris rink.
Yeah, I think there was 11 to Northern Gateway and 5 to Bendigo and Capaspy Goldfields.
Well, they've got to turn it over yet, so great ball there by Lucas Eddington.
12, 14, 15,
Ooh.
17
That
numbers.
Yeah, that helps.
17-5.
That's probably nearly sealed the game for Northern Gateway and the ladies, I reckon. So my prediction about the young girls maybe being flustered and the Bendigo Capaspy Experience girls didn't go to fruition.
That was the rink that picked up that 5 a while ago, wasn't it?
No, that was a different rink.
Was that a different rink?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The far rink is also 10 to 19 by the looks of things.
Right.
So it's...
They've been chasing the whole day. And this closest rink to us is 11 all, I think.
Yes, and they're playing their last.
Yeah. And we streamed that rink. They were a very good combination, the Bendigo Capaspy Goldfield girls in that rink. The lady's wearing a different hat, though. She had a black hat on yesterday.
Yeah.
Susan Howes, you talking about?
Yes, yeah.
She's just, changing it up.
Well,
back to this rink. Sammy Rogers, not a bad bowl there, because the way their leader's bowl is angled, it's probably going back to those bowls. Good seconds bowls.
well. Eight is gettable.
Nathan Mills has got a toucher on Dean O'Neill's rink.
Let's have a look. Thor Shannon's following him.
Johnny McCarron's awfully close here. Just got to clear the white bowl. No, it's another counter.
Yeah, I mean, there comes a time in the game where you just can't leave heads like that and try and get second or third shot. You've got to take a few chances, I think. Brady's just realised the sun's in his eyes. He's going to play weight. He's cleared that out of the way, so that's all positive.
Yep.
Someone once said to me, if you're going to miss, change something. If you don't get what you want.
The whole idea is, give yourself more opportunities to get the shot.
I guess the Grand Prix would be over too, would it?
Probably.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Trying to think what Johnny's going to do here. Probably look to... Actually, wouldn't hurt him to try and turn his own over a couple of times to try and thin it up, the head. And if he passes, he gets to a good home.
Yeah, that wing bowl is very usable, isn't it? He's going to the back.
Yeah, he's...
The Dean O'Neill rink
Yeah.
The front end is now just jumping on.
Yeah, I've seen Nathan Mills drew one, and then Brody's drawn another 2 there.
Yep. That was the difference, I thought.
Well, we got rid of that one out of the way.
Yep. This is Simon Norton's first run. He's got a
Region sides?
Yeah, look, he was outstanding leading this year. He's been an outstanding leader for 2 years for MCC, and I like to see the reward for the position. I'm a big fan of, you know, the best leads, the best 2s, the best 3s, and the best skips.
Yeah, it's an interesting take, Gussie. There's nothing like I reckon if you've got a specialised lead who does it all the time, I think they can do it. But I reckon your seconds, thirds, and skippers will probably be all skippers because they are naturally good at all the shots.
All the shots,
you know.
yeah.
So I'm not saying there's not a natural second out there or a natural third out there that wouldn't make the side.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't, you know. You nearly turned that bowl over into the jack.
That's what he was looking for. I thought any connection on that.
Inside edge probably would have been better.
Now they don't have that bowl to use. He gets it clean. The jack goes back.
Paul Williamson
Fell out.
another good bowl. Still a good bowl though.
Excellent bowl. So Brendo here, he hits that. The jack's going back, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's going though. It might
Yeah.
get to that pack and could go
anywhere. Who owns the very back?
Definitely Northern Gateway. It could kill.
Ah, yeah.
Josh's.
Yeah, Joshy Corliss didn't quite turn it far enough like he wants, but he still played a very good bowl and a counter.
Deliberate short bowl?
Yeah, I just reckon to get on the line and
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
Maybe the way, look, again, it's hard for us to tell sitting here versus sitting behind the head, but maybe it's one of those ones where if you can hit the outside of the bowl the right weight and getting it to here, you could make 3. Now, again, you've got to play perfect weight to do that.
It's going to be a good shot if you can do it.
Well, if anyone could do it, I think Brendan,
Otherwise, you'd probably go the firmer shot because it's the easiest shot generally.
he's standing on the inside of the mat. He's going the firmest shot.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh,
no,
no.
he hasn't. He's halfway down. I thought that was actually clear in that short bowl.
Great effort.
Over in the ladies, it's currently sitting 27 to Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields to 43.
A bridge too far.
With 2 ends to go. Yeah.
Captain obvious, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can't. Yeah. So I need 2 8s.
Well,
Did you see the? Well, obviously we're not streaming that rink, but the Willoughby O'Neill rink.
Yep.
yes, I've been watching that.
Yeah. Willoughby went to run and he actually took his good bowl out, so he's now
4 down.
4 down. Now, again, they'll probably 3 down anyway, but.
And it looks like the Hubba rink's probably holding maybe 3.
Yeah. Well. Dean O'Neill might have counted then too. It was a little short.
So those 4 bowls count. Gah. Unleash the beast, Jaden. Wow.
Yeah, fair drive by Jared.
Jared, I should say.
I said to him earlier, so don't drive as quick as you. Not sure many do, to be honest.
Here comes the drive on the middle.
Yeah, Willoughby.
You can just see him swinging up underneath the overall scoreboard on our screens.
Oh, didn't need to hit that.
No, but it has opened up for his next one. Good lead bowl there by Simon. Well, the ladies might shake hands in a second because if they don't get 8, they're not. It's mathematically impossible that they can actually get back into it. So. Dean O'Neill, well, yeah, could count. Can't tell for sure. But I reckon Yarra's holding anywhere from 4
maybe 5
to 6, depending, because even the short bowl could count.
Yeah. Is he going to drive again?
Oh, it looks like it's the type of shot to play. It's very hard to dead draw it, considering 3 of those bowls are within 3 or 4 inches on that rink. So I think he'll go quick.
Mm-hmm. He's winding up.
Yep. Oh.
Still 3 down. So we don't know what it was beforehand, but I dare say he's definitely
Cut 1 or 2 out, maybe. The ladies have got 15 up on there. So
nah, there's one more rink in between, isn't there? Oh, no.
15. So
Yeah, must be playing
I don't know
last
why
end.
they're playing the last end. They wouldn't bother, would they?
No, I wouldn't have.
No. They picked up
Bendigo Capacity picked up 3.
3.
I think. So the Northern Gateway ladies are our women's region side champions.
Look, I guess for the overall, that rink's gone and won that rink.
Yeah.
So from your individual point of view, it makes a difference, I suppose.
No, I don't think they have.
Didn't it?
No.
Is it 15?
Well, I thought it was 19 there, so
Oh, okay.
don't quote me on that.
Right.
I can't tell for absolute certain.
Yeah.
Scotty Magine, bit of jack movement there. Had everything going for him if he gutsed it. Benny Winters just drawn shot. And Benny Hubbard's got 1 to come here.
Yeah, they're one down.
Has the double header been done before? Men's and ladies?
Have to go to the Bowls Victorian website.
Because that's a pretty good effort.
Let's have a look here. Previous winners. Let's have a look. Well, we have our 2 on different pages. That's going to make it a little
okay.
hard. Hang on.
One for maybe for our viewers to study. That it'd be a rare feat, I imagine. Just trying to. Pretty good weight. Yeah, second shot.
I do have it. 2015. There's at least one where Northern Gateway won them both.
Right. Okay.
Great bowl there by Johnny McCarran.
Got decidedly duller in here, hasn't it? As in light-wise. As that sun goes down.
The overall is 7,
7.
according to the scoreboards.
The major says 8, so
I'm only going off what the scoreboards are saying.
yep. I trust the scoreboards.
What do you got there, Mandy? Where's
Just
the
checking that.
Where's the
We've got 8.
No, well, I put a 13 in there. That's not right. Unless the
No, but
the
they've-
Gallagher hasn't been changed.
potentially. Oh, wow. So I reckon Brendan's got to try and play on his backhand.
Yeah.
He's trying to get sort of down to the shot bowls, and if he can get a tiny little bit of the jack, thin it back the other way, he actually brings a fair few in here. He's awfully close. He's got to clear the first one, though.
He's very close.
Out it
He
goes.
definitely made shot.
He's made shot. That's Brad's bowl. He gave himself some more room for his next bowl. The Northern Gateway girls are now lining up, just waiting to see if they can get the double. They're interested, the boys. Likes it. Wow. Just for one.
Yeah, good bowl. I still reckon there's still chances here for Brendan. If he can get at the shot bowl, with a bit of weight, he could get them both if he gets inside edge, you know, and if he runs the jack in the pit, well, still that's one as well. So
makes three if he gets it.
If he can get both of them,
can nearly get them all, actually.
Wow. The other thing is outside edge of the bowl. It's going to get a bit of jack.
Kitty's gone.
He needs something. You know, inside jacks, inside the bowl is a better option.
Playing his forehand. Oh, well, he did get that other one out there, but didn't get the one he wanted.
All right. So there was one to still go on Gateway, and now there's another one. So there, that rink, our live stream rink.
13-11?
No, 14-11. 14-11 in favour of Nathan Lynch.
Very good game.
The Dean O'Neill rink had quite a few kills, and they've still got a couple of ends to go.
Seen Paul Williamson unluckily go through a couple of holes this match.
Yeah. Been in the area.
Our tech, Brad Capel's swinging a couple of camera angles over. He's a bit of a guru. He can do anything, this bloke.
He can. I've got the feeling Yarra was just chasing a bit there.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where it's going to be very, very hard. Not out of it, but I guess if on that rink there at the moment, Dean could actually get the bowl out clean, he might make three. So there's still options.
I know the pride of these guys. They'll stay out there and kill ends as long as they can.
Correct.
They will not give up. Damo on the far rink. Oh.
I still think the shot's on for Dean. So we've got the Benny Winther, Ben Harbour rink on our screen at the moment.
Jared Davies put his bowl down.
Awfully close.
Oh, how did he miss that? Beautiful pace. Dino misses.
Yes.
And with every miss, you can just feel the oxygen being sucked out of the guys. So they're playing their 13th only.
Correct.
Right.
Brad's trying to add to the count. They were actually debating over whether they had shot or not, but I did see the Northern Gateway boys indicate they feel like they got one.
Well, there's a yellow bowl there. Thor Shannon's.
Benny Wither on the rink next door. He's moved the jack. I think he's still 1 or 2 down. I think that's...
Max Goldsmith's bowl's there.
Both of them are there, I feel.
Mm. Great camaraderie. The girls sitting there watching the boys finish and celebrate together, I'm sure.
Look at that. The girls that are actually sitting down there, 1, 2, 3, 7 of them, I reckon they're all under 25.
Yeah, it's great. Great for the game.
Benny Hubbard could have added another one there too in that rink.
I know what I'm like after a couple of days of bowling. If you sat down, you mightn't get up again.
I'm not too bad at the moment,
Yep,
Gussie.
good.
Yeah, I've been
doing a bit of walking.
Well, yeah, actually I did
Yep.
a bit of a walk every morning,
Yep.
and I've been obviously trying to train.
Yep.
Obviously with trying to make the com game, so I feel like I'm reasonably bowls fit at the moment.
Yeah,
If that
yeah.
makes any sense.
No, it does. There is a difference.
He cut it back to one there. Benny Wither did. Benny Harbour's still got one to come.
Brad the magician is doing something. Let's move that camera.
Yeah. I reckon Yarra's deliberating whether Benny Hubba on that rink next door, not the one we're watching at the moment, cuts the shot, the second shot out, and maybe makes 2 out of it. I don't know. It's hard to see whether it's
I don't think they've got a lot of choice.
got the right angles there for that, or
Could be. It's hard to tell from here, and he could get the kill. He could get the kill if it goes wrong anyway. No, he's not playing big weight. 1 on 1 behind for Thor.
he's liking it.
Oh my goodness.
Made 2.
3. Damo's asking for 3.
We might get an umpire here.
We haven't had one this whole final.
No, we haven't.
Looking for some chocks. The problem is where the bowl is actually the back bowl. They've already pulled the one that Benny Hubbard just pulled out. The shot bowl, which looks like it's actually touched on the jack, is jammed up against the other bowl.
Yep.
Here, Gateway's got the...
I mean, he literally came, JT came in on that bowl and jammed it between, and Kitty really didn't move.
No.
Just sat there. It was extraordinary.
It'll make it 12-all for sure, and maybe... What's Jordan Yates putting his finger? He reckons it's 3. He reckons it's 3 down.
Okay, well, 3's...
Gives him a chance.
Does.
Bowl there by Brody Harker.
Yep. He's bowled really well this game.
He played 3 this year, didn't he, in Premier?
Yes, he did.
Played 3 and 2.
3 and 2.
Yeah,
he started off as a 2, I think. I think he may have finished as a 3. But
no, I reckon it
other way
went
around.
3, 2, then back to 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they had players coming in and out.
Gary and Corey pulled out, you know.
Yep, that's right.
He's got a mean mullet at the moment.
He has.
Looks like a dark-haired Joe Dirt.
But he's got the Chopper moustache too.
He bowls very similar to Chopper, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So they played a lot of juniors together.
Okay.
That's how they know each other quite well.
Yeah, they could be brothers.
No, I wouldn't say that. They do look quite...
So it was a 3 to Hubba. Makes it 13.
Yep.
13-12.
3, 8. So 7 the difference with 2 to play. It's gettable.
It is gettable. It's tighter than what Northern Gateway would have liked, I think.
Yep.
Now that is an interesting stance. I thought mine was bad.
Well, it's not necessarily
Not
bad if you can draw that place.
I get it. Well, exactly. I think
It's what works for you, Gussie.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of his bowls. He's been fantastic.
it certainly works.
Not with that one.
Is he close? Okay, 1 in, 1 out.
Bowl there by Joshy Corliss.
Was just tapped him a tiny bit hard. I mean, they need multiple here, don't they?
Well, yeah, 4 or 5 would be a really good result.
Mm.
So they're not chasing so many at the last end.
3 would be acceptable.
Yep. 2's going to make it awfully hard.
Yeah.
I've seen stranger things. The reality is, if Paul can get any jack movement, he takes all the danger
All the
away.
danger away. We're trying to trial for 3, I think. But
Actually,
you'll probably only get 2 if he gets this. Yeah, it's missed it.
No, he hasn't.
probably shot.
Yeah,
They've got
2.
They've got 2 or 3
Yeah.
sitting there, though. You know, I mean, it'd have to be the perfect draw.
I mean, object is for him to play the draw himself, really, and take the danger
if
away.
he can actually draw it where he gets to the orange bowls
Yeah.
and flop in, he's actually going to finish in a really good home.
And right in the way.
Or that one, you know,
Yeah,
that as
yeah.
well. That's another option, you know.
just closes down the entry, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well,
the only thing is if he can attack,
yes,
and gets,
that's got to go out to the right.
Looks like Joshy Corliss and I were mind reading his end,
Yep.
He's got to get inside edge of it and get the other one as well. His bowl should go out through the other side. Gets it right.
He's played big weight. All right, it's gone clean. So you reckon they got 2?
Yeah, it's hard to
Got to be
say.
a measure.
2 orange?
You'd think so.
They're directly behind it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, Brad Willoughby just got to play the same bowl.
Mm-hmm.
He's played some very big bowls in this match. It's high-ish line, but they're liking it. Ooh, and flop back. Dean's got another one.
Yeah. Northern Gateway, I think they're 1 down.
1, okay. Well, they can deal with 1.
Yeah.
And they can deal with 2. It's 3 they don't want.
So again, I think the same shot's on. If you're looking at the screen here, Dean's going to run on his forehand. If he can get on the inside, so the right side of the lighter blue-purple bowl that Brad Willoughby just played down, his bowl then will dart out to the side, and he might still pick up the other black as well. He was just a bit too straight. It's 1 out.
Oh, yeah, it'll be close. 2 makes 36. That's 5. One.
So is that not even the last bowl that was the yellow bowl sitting there the whole time? 6 is going to be hard. And if I was the Northern Gateway guys, well, they don't have that luxury, but if I was the Yarra guys, map back, jack forward, so you got more options of killing it if you need to keep going. You know, where keep it away from the ditch.
Yep.
Last thing you want to do is sink it, not be able to get to kill it.
Yep.
The flip side of it was Northern Gateway's mad. I'd be taking the jack
Opposite.
up. Yep.
So they've played something sort of 3/4.
Yeah. Oh well. There's still room to kill.
Yeah.
It's not close to the ditch. Nothing for short bowls here too either for the Yarra guys. If they're going to get here, they've got to reach and give themselves chances.
We've been here 3 days now. Have you seen someone bring the mat up and play a minimum length end?
No, not once.
Not once.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have done it just for the sake of it.
It's interesting though, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't play it a lot. And look, here's the theory I reckon about here. Said before, all the bowlers that come here, pretty good bowlers. You put the mat up and put the jack on the tee, it exposes you to them running the jack in the pit on you, you know. And obviously, your own side should have good enough bowlers to do it too, but Ethan shouldn't lose any weight here. He should be looking to try and trail it to his first. Ethan? Nathan?
No, Nathan Mills.
Sorry. There is another Ethan Mills floating around. He's playing good bowls.
I'm really worried about my son. He had no tickets to go to the Grand Prix, but he's got all these really good shots of cars and stuff. I better check the credit card. He's on the track, so how they've talked their way in there, I'll never know.
But maybe it's now that the thing's over.
He wasn't meant to be in there in the first place. He told me he was going. He was going to get in somehow. Good weight here. Thoughts had a good game.
He has led well. So I reckon Brody's got to play backhand. Yep. Give it a chance. Yard to wait. Bit of jack movement. Get to the bowls.
Hit them both in unison.
It's making it harder already.
Mm.
We might see some weight early.
I think so.
Try and kill.
And I think that's angle 2 kill now, isn't it?
Could do.
It'll clear the back yellow, won't it? Yeah, he's gone back anyway.
No point making it fatter for him to hit.
No. Close.
Got the back bowl out too.
Yeah, he did. I thought it hit someone's leg, but no, it was another bowl. Robbie just puts it back, eh? Robbie Miller.
Well, you just need another one in the head now. All you're doing in this position is making sure you're not vulnerable. You know,
Yeah.
so if it's another one in the head, it's covering a spot.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
Third shot.
I'd nearly say it's a fourth shot, wouldn't it?
Probably third.
Close. It's there and abouts, isn't it? Actually, looking at it live, you're right. It does look like fourth shot.
I reckon Joshy Calls will be running at this regardless. It's probably too hard to get 6 now, so it's kill time.
Close.
Oh,
No, it didn't go out.
Oh, bounced
Oh,
out and went out.
Oh, wow.
here we go again.
Stay tuned, viewers. We might be here all night.
Well, the ruling was made 3 days ago.
There's no time limit anyway, Gussie.
No, there's not. So that ruling wouldn't have stood. That's true. He's rolled a shorter. He's done what you said. He's rolled a slightly shorter jack to give themselves a bit more room.
It's the you just don't know if you haven't played the length either. You just might catch your opposition out potentially.
That's right. You got to mix it around a bit. A wee bit heavy. If he takes the kitty, it's all right.
Again, that's the speed he's got to play.
Yeah, nothing short.
Nothing for short.
Yeah.
Last end he dropped his second one a
Yeah.
little bit short, so
I'm sure Thor's happy to have another 2 bowls if he puts them on. Yep. Good bowl. It's got it. Yep. Straight to Thor.
yeah, still all right though. Like he
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
drop short. Give
No.
it a chance.
So they go into protection mode straight away. I mean, just get something behind where his foot is.
Yep.
You look to have added weight there. Yeah. That's great bowls.
Brody's again got to ride with a yard or 2 just to try and give it a chance of finishing a good home. Well, you never know. Never know.
Good there. I don't know what he's quite asking for there.
I think he's trying to get onto the shot bowl with, again, yard of weight, 2 yards of weight, try and spring it out, hang around. I think we might be looking for weight now.
I can't see anything happening until they kill it.
Yeah, I reckon, again, it might be that time on the end where Josh might have to go hard already.
Kill it again?
Yeah. I just can't see how they're getting to 6 again.
I can see it mightn't kill. It might get onto the back of the yellow and shoot.
Could do. Could also bounce off that and go out too.
Absolutely. Not playing big weight. It's a deft shot, isn't it?
Another deadie.
Beautiful shot.
Said we could be here all night. When
That's the way it's going.
When are you going home, Matty?
I'll be going home early tomorrow morning.
All right, Gussie?
Tomorrow morning now.
All right. I'm going to Bendigo.
Yeah, I just sort of didn't want to drive at night. It's been a long 3 days.
Bendigo's only an hour from here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what they told me at reception, what time reception closed. Maybe I have to ring ahead soon if we get stuck here for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Thor seems to be the one that's stopping him.
Well, he's
He's just getting that close one, which
leading
is,
pretty well.
yeah.
To pick up a 6 sometimes, it's not naturally just all drawn. You get probably have an ounce of luck there and a bowl poke out when you don't want it to, And
So you've got someone like Thor who's obviously can play all the shots, and you get him to put the key in the ditch.
no, because I think he's leading too good at the moment to worry about that.
Yeah.
If the jack was a lot closer, you'd probably get him to maybe do it. So whilst Nathan's bowl there is not too bad, it's 18 inches 2 foot from the jack. Short probably doesn't help the situation.
Just got to get down here.
Oh, it's getting down.
Can I have that a little bit more, I think?
Looking for the trail was the call from...
Close. Must be here. And he is. He's going to be unlucky, I think.
Probably not quite enough weight.
No.
Probably need to be another 2 to 3 feet.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Robbie. Super trail.
I'm wondering when Gateway's actually going to try and play a blocker and stop the shot. 'Cause that's one thing they haven't done yet.
But that's better. It's harder to kill now.
That's hard to kill now. Yep, it's probably what they needed.
Yep. They need just to straighten it up. He's good again. He's just got to run. Maybe stop there will be good. Makes it a little bit harder. Just
because if he clears that one, which he should be doing, he's only going to get a piece of the jack, which means it might kill.
Go out.
Yeah.
That's yep. A bit of a guide.
Bowl took a jump.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing Gateway trying to take the shot away from him, you know.
Yeah.
With the amount of bowls on the pit, they're not dropping a 6, so
No.
maybe run it in themselves.
Yeah.
Good call.
Deprives them of the shot, doesn't it? I think he wanted... Certainly it might be short. Yep. Just try and move it back a bit further. Got to use the bowl. Yeah. I think it changes anything. I think it's still gettable. He's got it.
Oh.
Run it in the pit.
Quickly. I mean, it's just a swinger, isn't it?
Absolutely. I said they're not going to drop the 6, so I'd be taking the shot away from.
Their only shot is kill.
Yep.
Still just, it's just a gentle swing. I don't think that'll swing back from there. It's a draw.
Maybe he was looking for the blocker.
Yeah, maybe.
That could have done it. He got the black onto the jack. He's only got one bowl left.
And one option.
Yeah, there is only one option. I think, well, it's not over till it's over. Blocker?
I'd assume that's what he's trying to play.
He played one in the earlier game. Did you see that?
Yeah, the game against our guys, and he actually played it really, really well.
Yeah.
Nah, still concede on the backhand. Or either hand if you're quick enough. No.
Oh.
There we go, guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
Northern Gateway.
They all go up.
Dual champions.
Dual champions.
Men's and women's region side champions.
2022. The crowd goes up as one. I'm not sure that...
The Gators, as they call themselves.
Yeah. Great effort by Yarra to, you know,
Yeah.
hung in there. They got back. They gave themselves a chance right down to the very end. You know?
Absolutely.
They got
Great.
that start, didn't they? And then
Yep.
Northern Gateway came at them.
Yep. Yeah. So I think we've given our viewers a pretty good 3 days of bowls here. Lots of content for them to go back and look at. The trophies are coming out. We get a shot of the trophies there. They're pretty fancy.
I'm not sure it's going to happen, but
And they'll do a medal presentation. Both teams will receive medals. The trophies.
look here. Look at Brad. He is a genius. Look at him.
Here comes. Look at these glass trophies. They're amazing.
I want to say well done to Maddie and Gus. Obviously, I've been out here playing for the last 2 or 3 days, but they've done a terrific job live streaming. That's the first time we've live streamed the Region Size Championships. Obviously, shout out to everybody at Bowlsvik who obviously made it happen. It's great to see another great competition being streamed out to people to watch at home who couldn't make it for whatever reason, and you did a terrific job.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Josh and Mal and Tony Sherwell.
Yep.
Andrew Hoy.
Brady, our technician.
Brad.
Producer, I should say.
All our ITOs and umpires. Moama Bowling Club in particular for hosting, and Echuca is a little side partner for the event.
Yes, I think hopefully our viewers have had a taste for what it's like to go to group sides, and that's what we're trying to bring. And we look forward to, I'm not sure what's next on the schedule, but there'll be something around the corner, I'm sure. Probably state.
I reckon state championships.
State champs.
Yes.
Yep.
So thanks for everyone for watching. We'll sign off from here, and
thanks,
we'll
Gus.
go to the presentation.
Josh.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.